So hello guys, it's Senate, and in today's video we are going to continue for more in the last video. So this is what we did so far in the previous video, where we created this drop down and the user profile drop down also with the post where you can drag and drop and everything in between. So if you never had the opportunity to see that video, I'll link it down in the description below. And also, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more great things like this are to come. So now let's continue. Here I created a new component as pages, like in the source directory I created a new folder known as pages. Also in these ones I created 4 different suggestions. All of them are empty, just the create react arrow function export. So everything is empty. I won't touch anything inside. So this is it, and we are going to start with it. So let's start by working in this home, and also I exported all of them. Yeah, as you can see, I exported all of them, and also in this one I'm exporting the home. So now in the home directory, this is where we are going to bring all of them. So we are going to first of all start by giving it a class name of app underscore home, and here let's take the app and see what we can do with it. But before going to it, let me say in here we are going to have our stories. These stories, and in here we are going to have a div app underscore home dash container, and here we're going to have the post and also the suggestions, and also these stories are coming from stories. They are coming inside of the post or inside of this container. So let's shrink this one this way and see how we can style our software. So now we're going to give you app.home, like a display of flex direction of column, and also a width of 100%. I'm going to take app.home hyphen container position relative, and width also 100%. Okay, because this suggestion we're going to give it a width or a position set to be absolute. Now so now let's continue with our stories. Let's see if we made any changes. So you can see no changes have been implemented yet. In the app.js, we are going to be using Reactratadon. So inside of here we're going to create a new div as app underscore wrapper, and here we're going to have routes from Reactratadon, and route which is going to have the index, because this is going to be the landing, so it's going to take in the home. Sorry for that. Element equals to home, and it's a self-closing tag. So let's import the home. Import home from slash pages. I think that'll be okay for the home. Then now let's work with the stories. So in this story, let me bring it up. Okay, the routes are not being defined. I forgot to bring them in. Import routes and routes from React. Routes are dashed down. So if you save everything, no error. Sweet. Now in the story section, we can do here by taking a story, let's import the story from slash, yeah, everything. Also let's give here a class name set to app underscore stories, and also let's import the stories .scss. So this is it here. We have, it takes a width of 60% and the height of 100 pixels, a background set to var white, display of flex, align item center, justify content set to be center. So let's see what it does. This is it here. Now in this story, we're going to have here we're going to have a class name set to app underscore story stories and iPhone container, and inside of it is going to have an image. We are going to take in profile. So the profile is using the user image. So let's save it and come here for you to see. So actually it is basic. So the story container, this one here, is having a height set to 70 pixels, the width 70 pixels, the border of 1 pixel solid red, a pattern of 2 pixels, margin 0 pixels top and bottom, 5 pixels left and right, border radius of 50%. Then now the image found inside of it having a height of 100%, width 100%, border radius 50%, and object fit for its cover to take everything. So now you can see this is it here. And also in our stories, we forgot to give this one here a border set to var border, and also a background a border radius of 5 pixels. So let us see. Okay, sweet, that's it. Now let us work with the post section, or let us start by adding like other post components that you can see. So these are the different stories. Sweet. Now also let's take the first child inside of it. Let's take here you can take first child, and you can give it a margin left of 0. So now let's see, and I shift the first child by 0 to the left. So now let me close this one. Now in the post section, let's start by giving it a class name of app_post, and in this post what we are going to be having here is wait, what is it? Okay, this is posts. So here we're going to import post from here, and let us render it here post. Okay, let's save it and see. Now I have made this post here. So now in this post that css, what we have to do is and bring it here. So now let me close the one we are done with, the story home. Okay, so now in this post css, we are going to give it app_post, a display of flex direction set to column, and a width also of 60%, and I think that'll be all. And let me give it a height also of 1. Anyways, I'm gonna give it post section. So let us start by working with this guy here, and also let me open the css of it and bring it. Okay, so let's start by giving it a class name of app_post, and inside of it here we're going to give app_post. For now we're going to allow it empty, and let's be working with the main structure itself. So now we are going to have, first of all, app_post hyphen top. Then now in this top we are going to have the top_container, and inside the container we are going to have the container, the top _container hyphen user, and here is going to have an image. Also we are going to use the profile by default, and outside of this div we're going to have a paragraph of, let me put my name there, and outside of this top container, it must have made an error. Yeah, actually you have to div here of post_status. This is when the user profile comes in place, and we save it, and this one goes up and save. Then now outside of this div, that means we are still working in the post container. Then now we are going to have like the top underscore container, but here we're going to have the options. So here we're going to create our own manual options span. We're going to create 3 of them. So now you ask yourself, but we can't really see. So this is actually everything in between. So we are going to style it for it to look responsive and everything though. So with that said, I think let's finish with the structure itself. Then out of the top container, like this one, it finishes here. We can now do like the post underscore image image container. Sorry for that. And now we are going to have an image also here. Image src set to profile and alt set to empty, then it's a self closing tag. So if you see everything looking out here weird, which means we need to start the styling in order for us to maintain where we are actually going to. Then now let's start by styling it. So this app.post, we are going to give it first of all a width of 100% and a border set to var border, and background set to var white, and also a margin of 10 pixels top and bottom, and 0 left and right. So now let's take this part and let's say let's give it a width of 100%, and let's take the top container let's copy it inside of here. A top container having a height of 50 pixels, a pattern of 10 pixels left, right, top, bottom, and a display of flex, align item center, justify content space between. Sweet. Then inside of it yeah, that is having the top container hyphen user, this one. We are going to have a display also flex and align item set to center. Inside of it we'll have this dot post statue, a pattern of 2 pixels, and a height of 40, a width of 40 also, and let me say border radius 50%, and the border 1 pixel solid. Right, let's see actually if anything is changing. Yep, everything is changing. It's gradually changing though. And now inside of it, let's take the image that is on inside. Now let's give it the image height 100%, width 100%, object fit cover, and border radius 50%. Let's see now. So this is it, and here we're going to give it a margin right so that it's separated from this paragraph, a margin right of 10 pixels. So now let's see, now it makes sense. Sweet. Also let's work with these spans and see how it works. So we are going to go out of this. Let me see where it is found. Okay, in the top container, and the options. Okay, I mean it needs to be here. Display of flex, and we need to give it a cursor set to be pointer so it shows that it is clickable. Align items off center, and let's take in the spans that are inside. Give it a height of 5 pixels, width of 5 pixels, and also a background of gray, and a border radius of 50%, and also a margin set to 2 pixels. So now let's see, this is it here, which kind of show that it is clickable right now. Okay, sweet. Now we are left with styling this image here. That means we need to go out of this top container, and the top container finishes here. We were to previous one, and give it also a width of 100% and the height of 100%. Then I'll take the image inside, also give it a height 100%, width also 100%. So now let's see, now the image compresses itself. Now it's okay. Sweet. Yeah, I think we've forgotten also one thing. Let me see, let me figure it out. The height, this one is not to have. Let me give it the mean height, or a max height of 500 pixels. Max height of 450. Now 500 pixels. So no matter what happens, it will not go above 500 pixels. So you can see now this text is up because it's overflowing, but we are going to style it. So this image needs to have a height of let me say 60% or 80%. I'll let me put in pixels though. Height of 400 pixels. Object feet. Color. Let's see. Voila. Now it makes some sense. Now let's take let's work with the footer, and this is, it needs to go after this image. We're going to do post and underscore footer. So in the footer we need to have the footer top where we're going to have our images, and also need to have also our footer. Inside of the footer top we need to have our footer on underscore top hyphen left. Here we're going to have our SVGs. Here we need to have our favorite icon outline. We are importing it from the icons folder, and also we need to have a send icon outline that we are importing it from the icons. So as this send has not been imported, let me try it again. Now I think even though it's not yet imported, copy, let me come here and do it manually. Now let's see how it goes. So this is it. Then now also we need this reaction icon. I don't know, but let me go in the icons. This is where we're importing all of our image. You would like to have this image that will be listed down below, so we will take this one also. Let me bring this one in and see how it looks like. Sorry for that. Okay, now let's save it and see. Since we don't have the chat icon, we're going to be using this one. And also I forgot something special, something very cool. In this up top we have height of 70 pixels. We need to have the bottom of var. I'm going to give it of border. So by default Instagram is having that. Then now inside outside of it we are going to have a bookmark icon. Book. This one we're importing it also. I'm waiting for it to be loading. Now let's wait till it's loading. Let's work with the others. So now this section is going to be where all of the other guys will be left, like the content, the title of the post, the number of like the hours, the time posted, and everything in between. So let's work with it. So here we are going to have so let's see if I'm still in the footer. No, footer bottom. Now inside of it we're going to have as first is going to have this p tag for, anyways, let me put just a span. Yeah, span, this one is going to have 104 likes, and also the next one here is going to have going to be for p, set it as zenith, and the reference here with the YouTube family. Okay, so let's see how they are given. While waiting for that, let me first of all remove this. Let me comment that my suite, and so that you can be seeing everything that is happening. Then now also with yeah, we can have up here for views. View all. It's going to be view all comments, and the next one is going to be for the time posted. It's going to be equal to p time, we're going to say one hour ago. And also out of this we need to have I think we're going to wrap all of this in a content that is going to have footer, bottom, top. I'm fond of giving names like this. And here we are going to give footer, bottom, bottom. Here we're going to have emoji here, this emoji icon, which is going to be for, I don't know the name, let me see. Order. Anyways, I think this one, let's use this one. Post. Yeah, inside here we are having we're having an input here, and which is having a place holder set to add a comment with a button between set to posts. So now I'm having something that is not being in use. Okay, this one was not needed. So let's see all of them. Here they are. We need to work them out right now. So let's start by working with them. Let's tie them. So where are they? From this post footer, they are found in the wow, it must have made an error. Where is the footer? This one. I think this is it. Let's go down. This one is to go one step down, and when you save, nothing will change. But let us go. So now is the post footer out of the app top. Yeah, that means I need to come here and take it, give it a display of flex direction, set to column, transition over trans background of also a height of 100% and also a width of 100%, and the padding I won't just give it a padding yet. Let me save it. Now this footer bottom top or before going right there, I have this footer top. First of all, let's have a new display of flex, align item center, justify content, space between all of them, and having a padding of 10 pixels left and right, or globally left, right, top, bottom, and also the footer and underscore left display of flex and items to center. Also we are going to take the SVGs here, we are going to give the margin of 0.5 rem, left and right, and 0 top and bottom. So there it are. Let us take the first child here, give it a margin left of 0, and also let's take the last child here, since it's that same icon, and rotate it. Last child and transform, rotate negative 45 degrees. So here it is. Okay, sweet. Now in the footer bottom, this one, means I need to go out of the footer top. Yep, out of the footer top, the inside of it, paste it, display also flex direction, colon. Then now we're going to take footer bottom top, display of flex duration also of column and also yep, nothing has changed here. Also let's give it a padding here of 10 pixel and a transition over trans. Let's see. Okay, sweet. I don't think we should give it a pattern, since this bottom here is going to have, so this pattern needs to be here instead, a pattern of 10 pixels. So let's see. Wow. Okay, so let's take the span inside of here. Okay, this span is going to have a margin of 5 pixels top and bottom, and 0 left and right. And also for the view, comma, and also for the time, we're going to have a font weight of 200 and the color set to var gray. So let's see, they are not kind of, and also they're going to have a margin of 5 pixels top and bottom, 0 also left and right, to make some space there. Let us increase this font rate, maybe like 500. It's too big, it's too big. 400. Okay, makes sense. Now this footer bottom bottom display flex, align items off, center width 100%. Input here is going to have a flex of 1. So flex of 1 means it's going to take all the remaining spaces that have been left in the component. So you can see here, this is it, occupies everything, and you're going to have a height of 50 pixels and also a border top, border top of border top of 100, or let me just say var border. So now let us see. Height of 50 pixels, the height is already there. Sorry, is this component needs to go over here. I'm sorry about it. Now the input needs to have a height of 100%, margin left and right of 5 pixels, and 0 top and bottom. So now on outline, set to none, border set to none, So let's see how it looks like. And inside of here we need to have a padding of 10 pixels left and right, and 0 top and bottom. Okay, sweet. Then now let's take our button. Our button here is having a display of flex, background of none, and also outline also of none. Cursor set to be pointer, and the color set to be blue. Forgotten the border set to be none, and the font width of bold. Okay, so it's kind of done. Now what is left is this suggestion part. Let's see what happens if we add other posts. So as you can see, this is it, everything being okay. Voila. So now let's work on this suggestion path. Suggestions, this guy. I'm done with the post, I'm done with the CSS also. Now let's work with the suggestions. Okay, now in the suggestions we are left with suggestion. So we are going to give it a class name of app underscore suggestions, and in this suggestions we are going to give it the suggestions container, and in this container we are going to have our own user suggestion, where we have our image itself, which is the profile, and inside of it, then here now we have the user container, where we can have also where we can also have sorry for that bug, profile is not defined, sorry. Okay, here in the user, this user suggestions needs to go, must have made an error. I'll clear it, remove this div. In the user suggestions we have the user suggestions hyphen container, and we are going to have our image with profile, in this profile, after it we're going to have now our user info wrapper. Right now we're going to have a span for a name. Mine is Zenith novel, and also a span for my username and for my name. So let me save it, and let's see how it looks like. This is it here. We need to style it, but now it's not kind of presentable. So now yeah, also after this one, let me make it to be a paragraph, and outside this div, outside the second one also, we're going to have a button that says switch outside. Then outside this one, we are going to have a div that is suggestion, title. Yeah, the first suggestion is going to be suggestions for you, and the second one is going to have see all, and I'll make this one to be a span. So let's save it and see, everything is there. Then now outside of it we have a suggestion container. Yep, let's as well start by styling it and putting everything in between. So now these suggestions, we're going to give it a position of fixed, so its sticky should not move. It needs to be at the top of 120 pixels, and also a width of 20%, left of 15%, and also a transition. Leave it to var. So it kind of looks something like this. It is sticky. So actually I think I give it left, but it needs to be right. Okay, sweet. Now let us start by styling so that the image should not overflow. Let's give width of 100%. Inside of it, we are going to remove it as time goes on. So now it's here. So let us take this one, suggestion container. We're going to have a display of flex direction, set to column, and user suggestion. Display flex align, items justify content space between. Let's see. Okay, it is there. Now let's take this user suggestion container that's inside of here and paste it. And let's say we are working with display also flex align items center. Okay, display the images and text also, so now everything is in between. Fine, sweet. Then now this user info wrapper, let's first of all take the image that is here and give it a height of 70 pixels, width also 70, a border radius of 50%, and object fit cover. Margin right of 10 pixels. So let's see. That is it. It is fine, looking great. Okay, now let's take outside this one, this user info wrapper, display of flex direction colon. Take the span that is inside of it, give it a font width of bold. Then text transform here lowercase. Okay, now outside of our user, let's go to the user suggestion. We will have a button that is here, the button. Okay, background of none, color var blue, font width also of bold, and Q source set to outline none. So let's see, border also of none. Okay, so now it makes sense. That's it there. Then now suggestions title, that is I'm out of the user suggestion that is here. You can paste it now. Display of flex align item center justify content of space between. Now everything is there. Give it a margin top and bottom margin of 10 pixels top bottom, 0 left and right. So that's it. Then with it set, let us have here after this one we can have a suggestions container, or like these suggestions. Wait, was it suggestions? Okay, suggestions content. Okay, here we are going to have some few images with a description of who you are, from let me see user content. Oh, user content. Yep. So now in this user content we have first thing first, we have the user container. Inside of it that is having an image set to profile, and also is having a container underscore content. Like here is having a span of your user name, and also you can see follows you. Let's save it and see. Okay, there we are. So now let's style this one. We can see also display of flex direction, of column also. Then now let's take the user content that is inside of it, and since it's the user, we need to have after here we need to have a button here that says follow. Okay, display of flex, align item center, specify content space between. So let's see how it goes. No changes yet, but I'd have to make the changes here. This is the user container. This button needs to be here so it can make some sense. Sweet. Now in this user container that is found in this user, we can see here also a display of flex, align item to center. Then we take the image inside of it, give it a height of 50, give it a width of 50, give it a padding of 50, border radius of 50%, and also object feed set to color. So that's it. And also this user container that is after here, give it a flex direction column. Let's see. Okay, margin right of 10. Okay, and also our button here that is outside in this user content here, that means here our button needs to have the same classes as this button here. Just copy it and come on, I'll paste it here. So that is it. And also here, let me duplicate some so that you can see actually. Now let's give him this user content or the suggestion content. You can find it. Okay, it's massive user. Okay, this is it here. Give it a margin of 10 pixels top and bottom, and 0 left and right. Let's see. Massive 10 is very big. Let's give it a 5. Okay, so that is it for today's build. If you like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And in the next video, I'm going to make the explore and also the user profile with the, and in the next upcoming videos we're going to do the backend. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.